Welcome everyone. Today I'm diving deep into 5 powerful Stoic habits that transform my life in just 1 week. Now, I know it might sound unbelievable, but these aren't your typical life hacks. They're deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy and have reshaped my mindset, actions, and overall well-being. For years, I struggled to find inner peace and purpose in the chaos of daily life. Then I discovered that by integrating Stoic practices into everyday habits, I could reclaim my focus, cultivate resilience, and ultimately lead a more deliberate, fulfilling life. So if you're ready to rise above stress, procrastination, and distraction, grab your favorite drink, find a comfortable spot, and let's jump right in. Habit 1. Early morning Stoic reflection. The first habit that set my transformation in motion was waking up early, not merely to add extra hours to my day, but to create a sacred space for Stoic reflection. I started by setting my alarm for 5:00 a.m., a time when the world is still and undisturbed. In the quiet hours of dawn, I'd sit with a journal and a copy of a Stoic text. I read a passage from Marcus Aurelius, meditated on its meaning, and envisioned how its lessons applied to my challenges. At first it was difficult. Dragging myself out of sleep and into this ritual felt like a battle, but within a few days, those moments of quiet reflection became the cornerstone of my day. I found that by contemplating the Stoic virtues of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, I was better prepared to face whatever came my way. I remember one morning, watching the sun rise as I recited a passage from Seneca about the fleeting nature of life. In that sacred moment, I felt gratitude and a clear sense of purpose that carried me through even the toughest tasks. If you're new to morning routines, start small. Even just 5 extra minutes of reflection can make all the difference. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress, one mindful moment at a time. Habit 2. Disciplined movement and exercise. The second habit on this journey was integrating daily exercise with Stoic discipline. I used my workouts not only to boost my physical strength, but to practice self-control and mental resilience, the hallmarks of Stoicism. Initially, I would find every excuse to skip my workouts. I'm too tired, I don't have time, or tomorrow is a better day. But I realized that every moment of inaction was a moment when I allowed life to steer me rather than me steering my life. I committed to 20 minutes a day, a mix of brisk walking, yoga, and light strength training. I made it a point to remind myself during every rep and stretch that discomfort was temporary and that every small act of discipline nourished my inner strength. One particularly memorable day was when, during a morning jog, I focused on controlling my breath and pushing past my physical limits. I began to understand that the true challenge wasn't the physical exertion, but the mental barrier I had built around myself. This realization sparked a cascade of positive changes. I felt more centered, my mood lifted, and my entire body thanked me for the movement. Just like the early morning reflection, this practice is about consistency, not intensity. Find an activity you enjoy and let it become your personal meditation in motion. Habit 3. Stoic journaling. Habit number 3 is journaling, the ancient practice that has helped countless Stoics examine their inner lives. At first, I doubted if sitting down and writing could ever make a tangible difference. But once I started, the transformation was undeniable. Each evening before bed, I'd write for 10 minutes. I wasn't aiming for poetic eloquence. I just wanted to be honest with myself. I'd jot down what went well, what challenged me, and how I could have reacted more virtuously in a given situation. One entry stands out. A day when everything seemed to go wrong. Instead of succumbing to frustration, I wrote about each setback with curiosity. I asked myself, what can I learn from this? How can I turn this trial into an opportunity for growth? By the end of the week, I was seeing patterns in my thinking, identifying which negative habits to let go of and which Stoic virtues I needed to embrace. This simple habit of daily introspection turned my journal into a trusted mentor, a quiet ally that provided clarity, helped me process emotions, and reminded me that every challenge was a lesson waiting to be learned. For anyone hesitant about journaling, I say, just start writing. Let your thoughts flow freely, and don't worry about structure. It's a conversation with yourself that can lead to remarkable insights. Habit 4. Mindful and stoic eating. The fourth habit is all about mindful eating, but with a twist, infusing stoic awareness into the very act of nourishing your body. I used to rush through meals, never truly tasting or appreciating the food before me. It was purely functional. That all changed when I committed to eating mindfully. I would set my dining area without distractions. No phone, no TV, just a quiet moment to honor the food that sustains me. Before taking a bite, I'd pause, reflect on the effort that went into growing, preparing, and serving the meal, and mentally express gratitude for the nourishment. I discovered that this ritual wasn't about eating slower for the sake of aesthetics. It was about aligning my eating habits with my values, choosing foods that enriched my body and mind, and dismissing the impulse to overindulge in haste or emotion. One memorable dinner, I sat down with a simple bowl of stew. As I savored each spoonful, I couldn't help but reflect on the stoic idea of moderation and self-control. By the time I finished, I felt not just physically satisfied but emotionally grounded, as if every bite had reaffirmed my commitment to living deliberately. If you decide to try this, start by eliminating one distraction per meal. Over time, you'll not only enjoy your food more but also develop a deeper connection to the simple act of nourishment, a connection that fosters both body and mind. Habit 5. Digital minimalism with a stoic mindset. The fifth and final habit is about reclaiming your attention in this hyper-connected world. Digital distractions can leave us feeling frazzled, disconnected, and out of control. Inspired by Stoic teachings on simplicity and focus, I decided to limit my screen time drastically. I set a daily limit of 1 hour for non-work screen time. I began by clearing my evenings of scrolling through social media or binge-watching shows. Instead, I substituted those moments with reading, reflecting, or simply spending quality time with loved ones. One striking experience was a quiet afternoon spent in a local park. With my phone tucked away, I engaged in uninterrupted conversation with a friend, savored the natural ambiance, and felt a renewed sense of presence, a stark contrast to the fragmented attention I'd been accustomed to. The impact was immediate. I slept better, felt less anxious, and found that my creativity and problem-solving skills sharpened remarkably. The Stoic practice of focusing on what truly matters was now vividly apparent in every aspect of my digital life. I've learned that the essence of Stoicism isn't about renouncing technology entirely. It's about using it intentionally. When we step back from the relentless noise of the digital world, we can better appreciate our inner voice and the virtues that lead to a fulfilling life. So there you have it, 5 Stoic habits that radically shifted my life in just 1 week. Whether it was early morning reflection, disciplined exercise, introspective journaling, mindful eating, or embracing digital minimalism, each habit has helped me to ground my emotions, sharpen my focus, and live more intentionally. I truly believe that if these practices worked for me, they can work for you too. The beauty of Stoicism lies in its simplicity and timeless wisdom. It reminds us that while we can't control every external circumstance, we can always govern our inner world. I challenge you to try integrating one of these habits into your routine, maybe even for just 1 week. Notice the subtle shifts in your mindset, your daily energy, and your overall sense of well-being. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight, but every small step brings you closer to mastering your inner self. Thank you for watching and taking this journey with me. If you found value in these Stoic habits, please like, subscribe, and share your experiences in the comments below. Let's build a community where we support each other in pursuing a life of purpose and inner peace. Until next time, stay mindful, stay courageous, and let every challenge be an opportunity for growth. Embrace the Stoic way and watch how your life transforms, one habit at a time. See you in the next video, and remember, small changes, when done with intention, lead to monumental transformations.